Oh, hey! Hi! Hello, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites, and hopefully add all kinds of awesome games to your backlog, or your wish list, or your now playing list, or whatever you're doing out there. We're gonna add to it, okay? That is our goal every single time. And if you like rogues, and if you're hanging out here, I'm pretty sure you do, I've got some really great news for you. That's all we play. So I'm glad you're here with us. Hey, I am absolutely delighted to be back here with more Halls of Torment. I have been just absolutely addicted to this game. Very few games have knocked me off my addiction to this lately. You've seen a few runs posted to the channel, and we haven't gotten a win yet. But what I can tell you is that I've played a little bit here and there off camera, and the goat may or may not have gotten a win at this point. Here's what's super exciting about this. I think, in general, plague doctors are one of my favorite character types in a video game. And that is exactly what we have here. Not only do we have a plague doctor, the plague doctor in this very cool Exterminator class has a flamethrower, of all things, you know? I'm thinking of the plague doctor that appears in both Darkest Dungeon games. You know, plague doctors throwing pots of, well, poison. Definitely not a flamethrower, but I like it in this form. It turns out it just works. So we're gonna have what I'm hoping ends up being another great run in Halls of Torment. We're gonna drink some coffee today. I'm still enjoying the 4-pack of cold brew coffee that my family picked up for me while they were out. And so we're gonna keep getting after that, and probably get into a little bit of talk today about one of the other games that I've been playing on the side with a couple of buddies of mine. It's been just tremendous. We had a session last night, and it was quite productive. Maybe some of you have gotten to this game. But I think chances are maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't. I don't know how popular this one is. It's still in pretty early access. So we'll talk a little bit about that and why that's been so much fun. And then we'll just see where we'll see where the run takes us. But at least that's what I've got planned. Let's go additional radius and damage. That sounds pretty okay. Speaking of pretty okay, I'm gonna tell you, this cold brew coffee, I am gonna end up picking some more of this stuff up. This has been really good. This is from a brewer that is just a few towns over. I don't know that they roast their own stuff, but they exclusively do cold brew, I guess. And it's really good. It's really good. I am drinking the caramel flavored one, and it's got a really nice flavor to it. It's not overly sweet. You know, I think typically when I have cold brews, they do have some flavor to them. Yeah, let's go range. I think that's going to continue to help this character out. Now, I haven't mentioned this in the past because I didn't realize that it was a thing in the last few runs. If you follow the blood trail, it takes you to 2 fragments of an artifact called the Pain Stone. And when you get both, you get a bonus when the boss shows up. And I'm not going to spoil what that bonus is yet, but I will tell you it's quite good. It's a really nice shot in the arm that you end up getting. So it's worth the trip. All right, let's go with some additional cone size. I think that's going to pay off as well with the flamethrower here. If we can get a wide flame spread happening, that would be really neat to see. Okay. Oh, is this guy... I for a second there, I thought it was a guy that was trying to make off with our gold. Wow. Dropped a lot. Okay. So cheers to you. If you've got something in your cup, whether it's coffee or tea, I hope it's good. Let's go with some additional pickup range. Sometimes when I'm playing with a character that has a ranged weapon, I like the additional range, you know, because you're taking them out from farther away. Just makes more sense to my brain. Let's go with range again. Yeah, that's outstanding. Okay. Range and width. Let's stick down that path, and I think we're gonna also have to continue to think about the damage that we're doing too. Here, we'll show this off for you.
Darkness, where 2 morbid shrines awaited. Each of them demanded a sacrifice in exchange for a fragment of a powerful token. The token of pain, which betrayed its old master and would yield us the power to finally end his atrocious reign.
Yeah. The old master being the boss of this area. Hey, speaking of bosses, there's an elite. Okay, 20% range, 20% damage. I think... Boy. Yeah, let's go damage. We've got to round it out, and we've went with range the last couple, 2-3 times. Okay, what do we got here? +6 block strength. Increases block strength while moving, builds up by move distance, +12% health capacity, +2 defense. You know, let's go with this for now. And I was like, uh-oh, we lost the trail for a second there. There we go. So let's, ooh, man. Yeah, let's go burn chance. So my 2 buddies and I have been continuing to play and just enjoy the hell out of the sequel to the original Forest game. This is called Sons of the Forest. And it has been just an epic romp so far. Every once in a while, I get a hankering for a survival type game. And that might surprise some of you. Let's do the crit chance this time. That might surprise some of you, because I don't talk a whole lot about them, but, you know, every once in a while I really enjoy a survival game. We had just an epic, epic time with the original Forest game. I don't want to spoil anything about that game because I still think that there are a fair amount of people out there that have not played the Forest. What is that thing? We need to investigate this. I have not seen this before. Leave one item here and retrieve it to the surface. Retrieved items can be bought and equipped for all future runs. Bought items cannot be lost. Oh, that's interesting. So we can bank items in the well. I don't think I want to trade this out, though. Retrieved items can be bought and equipped for all future runs. Bought items cannot be lost. All right, you know what? This item has already been Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, moving on. Let's do... it's either projectiles or attacks. Let's do that. Looks like we're getting some additional flamethrower blasts occasionally, which is quite cool. All right, back on the path of the blood trail, which I think / hope I'm going the right direction. There is a chance I've changed course, which actually I think we were going the other way. Because we approached this from an angle. Oh boy, let's not die. Yeah, I think this is the right way. Okay, well, we're gonna find out, right? Let's go regen one time. So we had a blast with the first Forest game. I think the piece about that game that makes it so interesting is how the AI learns and adapts over time, and everything they throw at you. Hey, there we go. We chose right. Everything they throw at you, because basically in the Forest, as time goes on, the game gets harder and harder, and the enemy intelligence grows. It almost learns what you're doing over the course of time, and then it uses that against you, because of course it does. And it's one of those games where you have to remember to do certain things every time. So for instance, if you get covered in blood for some reason, maybe you're out questing, if you don't remember to wash that off, the enemy AI is going to be able to smell that and detect it. And that's not something you want in that game. So, in the sequel, of course, they have that and more. And it's so much fun. All right, I'm thinking lightning strike this time. And I'm loving this flamethrower. To be able to do damage over time like that right off the bat with your main weapon, really, really cool. Just widen that arc a little bit more. Why not? Grab these gems, and then we'll angle towards the spell. Hard not to go range. So part of the adventure in the forest involves going into these caves. And you have to do a lot of preparation before you go into the cave. Because there's more limited resources down there. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, let's do that. Make the aura a little bit better. That's that fantasy garlic. So, you know, you may have to go find a 3D printer and resin and print yourself a plastic flask. Right? Or maybe something that would allow you to get a flask. You might need food. And you might have to cook said food ahead of time so that when you're keeping it on your person, it doesn't spoil as quickly. There's all kinds of considerations to make before you can even think about going into the caves to, you know, make sure that you've got a chance at not getting destroyed down there, because there's all kinds of wonderful things that you're going to run into in the cave that are literally going to scare the hell out of you. Like what happened to me last night. The caves are dark. You can make torches if you have sticks and rags. But those only last so long. Should we go burn, Chance? I feel like we're burning most of them at this point, but we'll add to it. We'll stack it. Knocked out an incineration challenge there. That's nice. The other thing is that resources are not always easily found in the game. And so, you know, if you're in a situation where maybe you're holding an energy drink and you're thirsty and you're getting to the point where you're dying of thirst, for instance, you've got to make a decision as to whether you want to try and find a stream where you can drink dirty water and take some health damage, or if you want to burn that energy drink. So there's lots of choices along the way, and you know, if you play the way I do, you're in there with a couple of buddies, people you like, and everybody's helping each other out through a really tough game. We like to play on a harder mode, of course, so it's extra punishing, but it's doable. It's punishing, but it's doable. So, you know, that way when you are triumphant, it feels really good. So we ended up in a cave system last night where we were surrounded by pure evil. Let me just say that, because again, I'm trying not to spoil anything about the game. It's a really special game. 0.07% damage for each missing health point. Got some armor. On killing a boss or elite, activate health regen for 30 seconds, regenerating 1% health per second. I don't know. We're holding on to our health pretty well here. Should we just go armor? Yeah, let's do that, because I haven't been taking a whole lot of defense or health strength yet. But we come into this area where, you know, it's very dark, and we are finding ourselves surrounded to the point where all of us are launching Molotov cocktails at the same time into darkness because there's, you know, basically you can't miss. There's so much going on. There's so much activity happening that, you know, you're going to hit. And my one buddy, of course, I will say that the controls leave a little bit to be desired in the game. They're complicated. Example, if you pull out a flare and you throw the flare, you're just going to throw a very dark flare. You've got to press another button to light the flare off before you throw it. So you have to think about these things. But if you've got some stuff coming at you and you've just gotten the ever-loving shit scared out of you, you're not going to remember that at all. And I'm going to say that I think the game knows that. Emits an additional magic attack that can apply fragile and affliction to all enemies. That's what we want. Absolutely. Fragile and affliction. Perfect. We're just given all kinds of debuffs and damage over time. And it's going to be a win, I'm telling you. So, some of us are throwing Molotov cocktails. Some of us are just throwing bottles of vodka. Okay? And, you know, you don't want to just throw bottles of vodka. You want those things to be on fire. But shit happens, as we know, in the moment. So anyway, we get to this point where you're looking around and the architecture is getting strange. And there are cave drawings that are getting very strange. And then there's some folks that didn't have such a good time on their journey in the cave. And they are dressed very strange. And you're going, what is going on in this game? And then we happen upon this resource, this special type of armor. And we're getting to what I want to get to here. We happen upon this special armor, and, you know, I've talked about how difficult this game is. So we find this armor, and, you know, I'm over the moon about it. But the thing is, my buddy, who I played the original game with, he's out there saying, oh, now wait a second. I don't think we should put that on. I don't think we should wear that at all. Because what if it breaks? What if there's some kind of story content that's hidden behind having this armor? You know, you've got two kinds of gamers out there when it comes to this stuff, right? You got the gamer that says, hey, I'm not finishing the game with 97 unused potions. Not doing it. Not here for that. And then you've got the gamer that says, hey, you know what? There could be a boss battle coming up, and I'm gonna need 97 potions against that boss. And you know what happens? They never use them. Is that ever you? Maybe sometimes that's you. I'll admit, sometimes that's me too. I will admit that. We gotta set that guy on fire so he can take some damage over time at least. And then we'll keep angling towards the fingers while we set that guy ablaze. We need to be able to do a little bit more damage, I think. Especially on these guys that rush us. Flamethrower's nice, but the immediate damage is not as strong as some of the other dudes. But I still like them. Alright. So I get this armor, and I say, hey, I'm putting this on right away. But by the way, he's made a fair point. You know, we're not Googling this stuff along the way and looking it up. So the fact that he is having more of a cautious mindset about it is totally warranted. And this is the type of game that, you know, I could see saying, oh, sorry. Sorry. Too bad you didn't know about that, you know? You just can't get to this area now. But I'm out there and I'm saying, hey, you know what? I don't care. I'm wearing the damn armor because it's cool and we earned it. And I'm wearing it. What do we want to do here? Enemies stunned by lightning strikes have a 50% chance to get electrified. I think we should do that. And hopefully we'll have an opportunity to get one more ability. But every time we play that game, we have such a good time. Ooh, wow. Plus 30% damage and plus 10% burn chance. This is getting good as we level up that trait. That's fantastic. All right, we'll get to the fingers for that magnesis overload. And we could level up 2 or 3 times off of that, and all the gems that we haven't picked up yet, that would be just fantastic. We still need to work on building up our damage. Okay. Let's do the lightning strike. Oh, jeez. Yeah, these guys that rush are a little bit harder with this character. That's why I'm glad that we have the fantasy garlic. Alright. So I think we're gonna go regen on this one. Hey, it's a lich. And this lich is gonna be hard. Let's do that. Oh, that's what I was worried about, was those skeletons popping up. Not being able to take them down right away. Let's go with damage again. Alright, nice. Grabbed a potion. Light this lich up here. Oh, the range on the fire is definitely paying dividends right now. Okay. I appreciate the fact that regardless of all the meta progression that I've opened up at this point, I mean, I have filled out a little bit of it, the game still has a really nice challenge to it. That has not gone away. You know, in some bullet heavens, you fill that thing out, and you really, really feel super powered. Oh, I think the Lich died. The Lich went off into the corner and passed away by itself. Every 15 seconds, you summon a skeleton. I think... Oh, boy. They're really twisting the heartstrings now, aren't they? Damn it. I like both of these things. Alright, we're going Necro. Made that choice for all the Necromancer fans out there. Thinking of folks like Groggy Gamer. Alright. I think we'll go additional damage and charge speed. I think that's how quickly it actually does damage. Or I guess the amount of ticks that need to go by in order for it to fire off. Those hunter gloves would have been interesting too, but that's okay. Alright, we've got 5 minutes left. We've got a really nice artifact on hand that's going to help. And we are amassing our health back over time here, which is really great. Okay. Let's go some additional range. Trying to stay out of a position where we're surrounded so that we can just kind of circle the horde and light them up. Kind of cut through and find that opening. We love that about these games, you know? Figure why not take an opportunity to widen the arc a little bit more. All right. Trying to get the last few level ups we can. We're at 3.5 minutes left. Why don't we go speed? 50,000 slimes. Slime Slayer level 1. Now, if you haven't seen a whole lot of Halls of Torment, every time you finish one of those challenges, you get a 0.5 multiplier to the experience gain. And I'll tell you, they add up over time. They really do. Okay, what do we got here? We want to do crit damage bonus. I think we do. Oh boy. Sometimes you look out and you go, oh man, I'm gonna be taking some damage in the next few seconds. There's not much you can do about it sometimes. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and put it in the lightning. A little bit less damage, but a lot more frequency. And with its capability to stun, why not, right? Be a nice shot in the arm for the boss. Oh boy. Alright, well, this could be a little bit of a problem. We're having a tough time taking out these dogs. Wow. As long as we can maneuver around them. Hey, there we go. That's gonna help. That's gonna help. Let's go movement speed. One minuto. Oh, nice. Wow. Great timing on that pickup. A nice little shield. And really great buff to speed. Let's go crit damage bonus again. Let's see if we can get out of here. There we go. 30 seconds, folks. I think we're at least going to see the boss show up. Level 55 for the encounter. I feel pretty good about that. And here we go. Did you see that? Half his life gone. And we've got some skeletons out there putting in the work. All right, here we go. Stage 2. With an additional zap to his health. Love that. Come on, Skellies. Do your thing. It's moments like these where you go, man, I'm glad we grabbed all those range upgrades. Hey! There's our win. A win with the Exterminator. How about that? We unlocked the Ring of Fire, Fire Affinity, some kind of blessing for fire damage, a new item called Ruby Circlet, Firewalker something. Ooh, Septic Boots. I wonder if we're going to have the ability to find those and maybe leave a poison trail. Cool. All right. And then we go back here, load our Exterminator up, and see if we can angle towards anything. I think that, I haven't been putting into the area and projectile size as much because it's really the archer that benefits from that. But now that we've got a flamethrower, I'd probably consider putting some points in there. Oh, wow. Increases the fire damage by 10% per rank. Oh, that's cool. That's probably worth doing because I think I have a new favorite. So we'll put maybe one or two in there. Maybe one over there since, still some stuff on the progression bar to get. And it looks like that's going to be the end of that story for now. Hey folks, this epic game is called Halls of Torment. It's got a plague doctor. I mean, I liked it quite a bit before I even knew about this character being opened up, but all the characters are awesome. I still have not gotten to the Warlock. We'll try the Warlock out next time for sure. I'm sure that's a cool class as well. I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Let's do this again sometime out on the Goat Force Gaming channel where we'll play a roguelike or a roguelite. And let's give away a video game at least once a week too. Because giveaways are awesome. And your awesome support allows us to do that. So thank you for that. Thanks for allowing me to do this. I love it. I look forward to it every day. And, probably right about now, I am looking forward to being done with my vacay, and then we'll get back up and current again. Apologies to those that have commented and I haven't been able to reply over the last couple weeks. Not really in a position to do that. We'll talk more about that when I am back in the swing of things next week. For now, I've been time traveling. I recorded all these in advance, so, I guess we're all time traveling. Anyway, Marty, it's about your kids. Sorry. I'm not sorry. All right, you take care. We'll see you in the next one.